You just won 40 cents on a $1 spin. The machine is celebrating. Lights are flashing. Music is playing. But here's what the casino doesn't want you to know. You just lost money. And that win was specifically designed to make sure you keep losing. Before I get into this, I need you to understand something. Modern slot machines aren't the mechanical devices your grandparents played. They're network computers running sophisticated algorithms, connected to central servers, monitored in real time, and in some cases, equipped with technology that's watching you just as closely as you're watching the screen. What I'm about to share isn't conspiracy. It's math. It's psychology. And it's the exact framework supervisors use when they're monitoring floor performance. Let's start with the first red flag, and this one catches more players than any other. Red flag number 1, the LDW frequency spike. LDW stands for loss disguised as a win. And once you understand what it is, you'll never look at a slot machine the same way again. Here's how it works. Let's say you're betting $1 per spin. The reels stop, lights flash, music plays, the machine celebrates, and you win 40 cents. Sounds like a win, right? The machine certainly acts like it is. But you just lost 60 cents. You put in $1, you got back less than $1. That's a loss. But your brain doesn't process it that way because the machine triggered every sensory reward cue it has. Now here's the red flag. If you start noticing that these celebrations are happening frequently, lots of fanfares, lots of flashing lights, but your balance keeps slowly dropping, the machine has entered what we call a retention cycle. It's not trying to pay you. It's trying to keep you seated while it bleeds your bankroll one disguised loss at a time. When supervisors see a player stuck in an LDW loop, we know exactly what's happening. And we don't say a word. Red flag number 2, the ghost reel slip. This one requires you to pay close attention to the reels themselves, specifically where the jackpot symbols land. Modern digital slot machines use something called visual slip algorithms. The reels aren't random in how they display results. They're programmed to create the illusion of near misses. That jackpot symbol that landed one position above the pay line, that wasn't bad luck. That was the algorithm doing exactly what it was designed to do. Here's the red flag. If you start noticing that high-value symbols are consistently landing one tick above or one tick below the line, not hitting but almost hitting, the machine has shifted from payout mode to what we internally call tease mode. Mathematically, your expected value is plummeting. The machine is showing you what you could win to keep you emotionally invested, while the actual probability of hitting has dropped significantly. When I saw this pattern on a machine, I knew that player wasn't walking away with anything. But they'd keep playing for another hour, chasing that symbol that kept almost landing. Red flag number 3, the server response delay. This is where it gets technical and a little unsettling. Most players think slot machines are standalone units. You put in money, you spin. The machine decides. That's not how it works anymore. Modern machines are networked to a central server system. That server is monitoring every machine on the floor in real time, and it's making adjustments based on floor-wide performance data. Here's the red flag. When you press the spin button, or especially the stop button, watch for a microlag, a tiny hesitation. Sometimes the reels will even shiver slightly before they land. That delay means the server is recalculating the RTP, the return to player percentage, based on current floor density and performance targets. In supervisor terms, the house just tightened the belt. This usually happens during peak hours, weekends, or when the floor is running above target. The machines aren't broken. They're being optimized, just not in your favor. Red flag number 4, the gaze tracking trigger. This is the one that makes people uncomfortable, and I understand why. But it's real, and it's more common than you think. Many modern slot machines are equipped with cameras and sensors that track player engagement. They're monitoring how long you've been sitting, how frequently you're pressing buttons, and, in some cases, where your eyes are looking on the screen. Here's the red flag. If you've been sitting at a machine, not pressing anything for about 30 seconds, maybe you're checking your phone, maybe you're thinking about leaving, and suddenly the machine triggers a bonus round or it will spin out of nowhere. That wasn't luck. That wasn't the machine being due. That was a re-engagement trigger. The system detected that you were disengaging, and it gave you a hit specifically to reset your dopamine levels and keep you in the seat. Supervisors call these safe spins, and they work. I've watched players who were literally reaching for their jacket sit back down because a bonus game appeared at exactly the right moment. The machine didn't get lucky, it got strategic.
Red flag number 5. The music key shift. This one is subtle, but once you hear it, you can't unhear it. Casino sound design is incredibly precise. The background music on slot machines isn't random, it's engineered to influence your behavior. Most machines run a calm, melodic loop in a major key, usually C major, which creates a sense of comfort and relaxation. It keeps you seated without creating urgency. Here's the red flag. If that music shifts, if it suddenly becomes faster, higher-pitched, more urgent, the system is trying to increase your spins per minute. It wants you playing faster. It wants your money moving through the machine before you have time to consciously process that you're losing. This shift often happens when your balance drops below a certain threshold. The machine knows you're running low, and it's trying to accelerate the process before you decide to walk away. Next time you're at a slot, actually listen to the music. If it suddenly feels more intense, ask yourself why. Red flag number 6. The LTV cooldown. LTV stands for lifetime value. And if you use a player's card, a loyalty card, the casino knows yours down to the penny. Here's how this works. The loyalty system tracks everything. How much you've wagered, how much you've won, how long you typically play, your average bet size, all of it. And that data feeds directly into the machine's behavior. Here's the red flag. If you've just had a decent win, not a jackpot but a solid hit, and the machine suddenly goes cold for 10, 15, 20 spins in a row, that's not variance. The system has flagged you as satisfied. It knows you have house money in your pocket, and it's entering what we call a draining phase. The algorithm's logic is simple. You're not going to leave right after a win. You're riding high. So now is the perfect time to take it back. When I monitored the floor, I could see this in the data. Players who just won would stay longer and give back more than players who were steadily losing. The system knows this too. Red flag number 7. The supervisor proximity tell. This last one isn't about the machine. It's about the people watching the machines. If you see a floor manager or a technician walking slowly down your row, stopping to check the terminals near you, they're not looking for broken machines. They're monitoring floor performance in real time. Here's the red flag. When supervisors start hovering around a section, it usually means one of two things. Either that section has been paying out above target and they're watching to see when it corrects, or the payout window for that area is closing and they want eyes on it. We were trained to look casual, just doing routine checks. But if 3 different staff members walk past your machine in 5 minutes, that's not coincidence. Something is happening in the system that they're tracking. And whatever it is, it's probably not in your favor. So there it is. 7 red flags. 7 signals that the machine and the people running it hope you never learn to read. Now, I want to be clear about something. I'm not telling you this to say you can't win. People do win. I've seen it happen thousands of times. But the players who win and walk away, they understand something that most people don't. The game isn't just about luck. It's about recognizing when the math has shifted against you and having the discipline to leave before it takes everything back. The machine is always talking. Now you know how to listen. If this breakdown was useful, do me a favor, share it with someone who plays. Because the casino isn't going to teach them this. And subscribe if you want more intel reports like this one. I've got a lot more to share. Stay sharp out there.